لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف الخلق وسيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم تقبل منا الصلاة والصيام والدعاء والقيام. اللهم تقبل منا رمضان. اللهم بارك لنا في هذه الليلة، ليلة 18 من رمضان. أعنا على القيام بحقها يا رب العالمين. اللهم اكتبنا في هذه الليلة المباركة من عتقائك من النار. اللهم اعتق رقابنا ورقاب آبائنا وأمهاتنا وإخواننا وأخواتنا وأزواجنا وذرياتنا من النار، وادخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار. اللهم ربنا اغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أسررنا وما أعلنا وما أسرفنا وما أنت أعلم به منا. اللهم أصلح أحوالنا وأحوال المسلمين والمسلمات في كل مكان. اللهم فك الكرب عن إخواننا المستضعفين في غزة وفي فلسطين وفي سوريا وفي العراق وفي اليمن وفي السودان وفي بورما وفي كشمير وفي سائر بلاد المسلمين أنت أعلم به منا. اللهم فك الكرب عن إخواننا المستضعفين في أفغانستان وفي لبنان يا رب العالمين. اللهم نسألك بأسمائك الحسنى وصفاتك العليا أن تفك الكرب عن أمة حبيبك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. أبرم لأمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم إبرام رشد يعز فيه أهل طاعتك ويحكم فيه بشريعتك يا رب العالمين. ولي أمورنا خيارنا ولا تولي أمورنا شرارنا، ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا. اللهم اختم لنا بخير أجمعين والحقنا بالصالحين واجعلنا من ورثة جناتك جنات النعيم يا أرحم الراحمين. آمين آمين. أما بعد, the sunnah that we have for the few minutes we have together before Salat al-Isha is the sunnah for fitna and ibtila, the divine universal law pertaining to trials. And as we know, Allah Azza wa Jal has given us one of the most effective, most efficient vehicles for us to Allah Azza wa Jal is the subject of trials. Bala. Bala comes in trials of ease and in trials of hardships. The Quran says this, وَنَبْلُوكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً وَإِلَيْنَا تُرْجَعُونَ. Having children, is this a trial? Yes, it is. Having wealth, is this a trial? Yes, it is. Having health, is this a trial? Absolutely. Yes, it is. These are all forms of trials from Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala testing us. How will we function? How will we manage? How will we deal with these realities? Right? Now there's a beautiful verse in which Allah Azza wa Jal says, إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا مَا عَلَى الْأَرْضِ زِينَةً لَهَا لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. We've made everything upon the surface of this earth as a beauty for it. That's one. Yeah, the earth is a very beautiful and aesthetically pleasing scene, and it's a very aesthetically pleasing image. But along with that, Allah Azza wa Jal has made all of this adornment for the earth a trial, right? You know, and even the words trial and affliction in Arabic between ibtila, which is translated, means ikhtibar, and fitna, which means a form of purifying when you expose gold and silver to high heats, as we were reflecting in the Fajr Khatira, to cleanse it from anything that is not pure gold or pure silver. All of these realities brings out the best if what is hidden is the best, right? So if what's in the heart is something pleasant, something beautiful, you'll find that trials and affliction will magnify the beauty inside the heart. It'll clarify it. But if what's in the heart is wicked, what's going to happen with trials? Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentions this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَلَتَعْرِفَنَّهُمْ أَمْ حَسِبَ الَّذِينَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ مَرَضٌ أَن لَن يُخْرِجَ اللَّهُ أَضْغَانَهُمْ أَحْقَادَهُمْ. Allah Azza wa Jal, He said, did those who conceal diseases in their hearts think that those diseases are going to stay hidden inside? La. Trials will bring out the ugliness inside the soul of someone who has spiritual diseases. May Allah protect us. May Allah forgive us. May Allah Azza wa Jal better us. But this is sunnat al-ibtila, sunnat al-fitna wal-ibtila. It brings about this. Now, there's so many different types of trials. Now, the test of ghina, the test of wealth and affluence. Who's it a test for? The rich person or the poor person? What do you think? It's both. It's both. We were talking about this in the Fajr Khatira, but because it wasn't streamed, I'm going to repeat some of this stuff. It's a test for both. The ghani, the affluent one, Allah Azza wa Jal, sometimes He puts and inserts someone in the way of this person is ghina. You're powerful, you're able, and then someone who would otherwise be seen as a peasant comes to you. Who are you talking to me? I'm big, you're small. I'm great, you're nobody. How dare you come and talk to me? Right? It's a fitna for al-ghani sometimes. And for the faqir too. Sometimes Allah Azza wa Jal, He said, Sunnat al-tafawut. This is a type of ibtila. وَهُوَ الَّذِي جَعَلَكُمْ خَلَائِفَ الْأَرْضِ وَرَفَعَ بَعْضَكُمْ فَوْقَ بَعْضٍ دَرَجَاتٍ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. Right? To test you with what He's given you. This person who's faqir, who doesn't have much of dunya. And we have to deal with this with social media, right? Social media exposes everything, right? Especially with people who are crazed with posting their blessings on social media, which is not a good idea, right? I went here, I bought that, I traveled here, traveled there, this and that, right? And then this faqir is on the other side of the screen seeing, oh, I don't have this. Oh, I wish I had that. Oh, how come Allah tested me with this? فيعترض على قضاء الله عز وجل في فقره ويحسد الغني على غناه. This is a test for the poor person as well. Will he have objection to what Allah decreed? And will he have envy in his heart to something that Allah Azza wa Jal has decreed from someone else? This is a trial and it's ibtila. Now, another mention of sunnat al-ibtila in the Quran is people tested with each other. وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ فِتْنَةً أَتَصْبِرُونَ وَكَانَ رَبُّكَ بَصِيرًا. Allah Azza wa Jal said, we've made some of you tests for others. Right? It's a big test. Where sometimes, even Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you know, لا يسلم أحد من كلام الناس. No one will ever be saved. ولو سلم من كلام الناس أحد لسلم منه من ألسنتهم محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, in his own عرض, Sayyida Aisha, al-Afifa, al-Tahira, al-Mu'mineen, as in mentioned in Hadithat al-Ifk, when Sayyida Aisha was directed back to Medina after she had straggled behind in one of the travels of the Prophet ﷺ, and Sayyidina Safwan ibn al-Mu'attal was guiding her back. And the munafiqeen said about the Prophet, Wallahi ma salimat minhu wa la salima minha. Wal-'iyadhu billah. Ma aqbahaha min kalima. An 'ird al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What a wicked thing to say about any human being, let alone the wife of the last of prophets. How on earth could people even ponder this thought? Accept it. But it caused a massive fitna. And by the way, it wasn't just the munafiqeen who were influenced by this fitna. Even some of the weak believers were influenced by this to the point where they thought that maybe it's true. Maybe she did make a mistake. Wal-'iyadhu billah. Right? You see, this is the وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ فِتْنَةً. Sometimes this trial comes about. You see someone, فَتَحْتَقِرُهُ فِي دِينِهِ أَوْ دُنْيَا. Oh, look at this person. Oh, he's so ignorant. Oh, he neglects this. Oh, he does that. فَتَحْتَقِرُهُ. Oh, I do this. Oh, this person's nobody. This is a fitna. Allah Azza wa Jal, you know, subhanallah, one of our righteous predecessors, you know what he said? He said, I saw a man crying in the masjid in his salah. And he was crying, the man was crying profusely. And he said, Wallahi, he's only doing this out of riyah. He's only doing this to show off. And you know what this righteous predecessor said? He said, فَحُرِمْتُ قِيَامَ اللَّيْلِ سِتَّةَ أَشْهُرٍ لِأَجْلِ مَا قُلْتُ فِيهِ. He said, I found it so difficult to stand for Qiyamul Layl. Now this is, subhanAllah, this is our righteous person talking about Qiyamul Layl. We need to talk about much more basic things than that. Salat al-Fajr, or even coming to the masjid or something of the sort. But he said, I was denied goodness because of something my tongue uttered about another person. That was so out of place. It's a fitna. Sunnat al-ibtila comes in very, very subtle ways. Wallahi, the brothers and sisters, when we look at the the divine law behind trials, Allah Azza wa Jal has made it a ni'mah. إنه ابتلاء العباد. It's ni'mah from Allah Azza wa Jal. ربما عملي الصالح لا يبلغني منزلة قد كتبها الله لي في الجنة. Perhaps Allah wrote that I will attain X status in Jannah, but I'm not doing enough. I'm not praying, fasting, giving charities, reading Quran enough. So what happens? Allah Azza wa Jal يبتلي المرء. He tests him and He cleanses him. And you find that before he passes away, He increases the trials for him so that he is completely removed from the effects of sinfulness. As the Prophet ﷺ says, فَمَا يَبْرَحُ الْبَلَاء بِالْعَبْدِ حَتَّى يَتْرُكَهُ يَمْشِي عَلَى الْأَرْضِ مَا عَلَيْهِ خَطِيئَةٌ. You find that the individual is tested in his children, in his health, in his wealth, in his well-being, and everything. What? كله لأجل تنقيته من الشوائب, to cleanse him and remove the effects of dunya from the heart. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us afiyah. We never wish for tests. We never wish for trials. But if Allah Azza wa Jal has written for us to be tested, اللهم اجعلنا من أهل الصبر على البلاء. اللهم اجعلنا من أهل الصبر على البلاء واحفظ لنا أجر الصبر على البلاء حتى توافينا بذاك الأجر يوم القيامة يا رب العالمين. اللهم فك الكرب عنا وعن كل مكروب من أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أنت به عليم يا رب العالمين. فك الكرب عن إخواننا وأخواتنا في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها يا رب العالمين. آمين آمين. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah we're going to have iqama and then Salat al-Isha inshallah. And I just want to I'll share announcements after Salat al-Isha. جزاك الله خير.